Just give me a second. And normally should be able to go here and select, here we go. So here are all the manuals for all the bikes and cars and stuff like that. It's really cool. And then actually I got 3 manuals for the KTM. One is for the FCR, for the Cayenne carburetor. I'll need that one. This is for the engine, and here they don't say anything about the cooling system. So coming back on this, because that's the essence of the video, you a little bit on the wiring and the fuel system, which is nice. But then the owner's manual on page 37 goes on the cooling system, and that's actually almost the only page that tells us a little bit about this. Here we go. They actually just state, sorry about the reflection of the light. Let's see if I can change this. It's even worse here. Here we go. So we have to think about this cooling system. It's pressurized like always. It doesn't have an expansion tank. It has a fan. It kicks in at 98 degrees. It has a thermostat. That's there's some kind of wax in there that reacts on 70 degrees Celsius, opens, and then that goes to the optimal operating temperature. There's also an extra cooling dynamic at 120 degrees. Then the red light comes up. You can see that here. And then you also have an overflow, normally an expansion tank, which we don't have. In any case, they don't sell a lot. I can't tell you. I will look it up. I'll write it down. Here it is. That how much this thing, how much bought it's. I think it's 1.3. But it's already upstairs. Need to check for the light. But yeah, it's upstairs on the attic, somewhere between the parts, so I can't remember by heart. Just some small light. Now here, everything starts with thermostat. Sorry, with the water pump. The water pump, you can see, is leveled with the top, like with the camshafts, and here are where the valve seat. So I think you have the water pump, and the first part of the cooling system is when the engine is cold. You have a water jacket here, and then that's the only hose that's actually been used. And this is the return. But basically, it starts working the moment the engine runs. Yeah. And then here, the water jacket is around the engine, and then you can see here it comes out. It's a bit of a mess. This is the thermostat. Like I say, it works in 2 stages. It's closed up until 70 degrees Celsius, so there's a wall here, and then the cooling will go back via this hose. Like I said before, it's going back out over here, and it just circulates. That helps also heating up the engine faster, which is the whole idea, because you have more engine damage with a cold block. So you want that optimal temperature. It's, that would say 95 degrees, yeah, ish, as fast as possible. And then here you can see there's a temperature sensor with also some cables, and one part of it will go to the fan, and another part will go to the ECU or to the monitor, and from there on it will be switched at 98 degrees. But of course, first at 70 plus degrees, this thermostat will open and the water will go here. There's a T-junction, pretty clear, and that's because you have 2 radiators in this case. And then of course the water will come up here, and it will start sinking down. This gets cooled by the air or a fan, and then here is a channel that actually connects on the bottom the cooled liquid, which is then actually pumped back into the water pump via this hose. Yeah. See here, and then you have actually your second stage. What also happens when you get above 98, you could say, or around 98, that you will get actually, the system is pressurized, so your water cannot boil, but it will expand. So the expansion is taken in consideration, but here you also have a connection, a bridge between the two sides of the radiator on the top. Yeah, and there is also one here. I could say this is a bypass. A bypass is also made to get the engine back up to speed faster, up to heat faster, sorry. And also this is basically also part of this system. And then here, this is a bit of the weird thing. Normally your cap also has a wax in there, which will react on the heat of the water. And then here, normally, if you have this one, we will go to an expansion tank. And when the engine cools off, there is a spring as well. This will actually let the water return. And this is for me weird, because we only have this. And I don't know if this is standard. I looked it up online, and basically this bike should have an expansion tank. Sorry, yeah. Mine only has this. This is a channel to ditch the fluid. So what happens is, when you get up until 100 plus 120, the red light will come up, but say 110, the fluid gets so hot that it will expand so much you will lose. It starts dripping. It will get on the floor, which is nothing. You won't get it onto your legs, but for me this is weird. I never worked with this kind of system. You can see there is even a hole in the frame built for this. So yeah, I have to work this out. There is actually an easy way to install an expansion tank. But please guys, let me know if you have an expansion tank and what year model you have, and if this is a retrofit or this is normal. Because if I can see it, there is actually normally also a secondary air injector in here. I think it is removed. The carb isn't standard, the exhaust wasn't standard. So yeah, I have to think that maybe the guy modified it. And I have to think about yeah, finding a way to get it to run, not on a track, but on a long hitch. This is also not standard. This will be removed and replaced by an original one. But yeah, it's what it is. So yeah, I think I'm through it. I'm going to start wrenching. Just remove the whole part. Get everything into the bags, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to start with removing some hoses first and give me some more room. And then there are some bolts here and there. It's a fairly easy process. Let's see. Just take a water pump down. Yeah. Oh my god, this is fast. This is did I say fast? I mean tight. Probably sound there for a long time. This is the best. Yeah, there is a little bit of how you call this? Corrosion. It could be that this bike has been running without coolant, because on track, I don't know if it's on dirt tracks, but at least on circuits, road tracks, it's illegal. You cannot do that. So it could be that they also just use water, which is not that good for your engine if you leave it unattended for a long time. There you go. This one's wasted. Okay, we also have some breathers. You can see here is a crank breather. This will go into the frame. There is one on the top here as well. And then there is one here going to the airbox. This is all part of your oil system, or your just also. That really has to do with heat. Yeah, it's just more about pressure and managing the pressure in the engine. Let's see. See, here is a cable, electrical of the fan. Guess I have to cut something. And here there's a tie wrap. Won't be standard, but there is one. Now I have some view on the electricity. Here you can see it. Voila. And from there we just go to the sensor. From the sensor we just go here, we go back, we return, and here it goes into the cable. So just forgot the name again. Yeah, that's a good thing. Let's get this one off. Let's see how the water pump goes. I drained it in the second video. Yeah, if you want to see how this went, you can come back to the second video of the series. Second or third, maybe third. No, third one is a test run. And there you actually can see how I did this and what I found after a couple of flushes. What I found like the best method, which was getting this hose, releasing this hose and let it drain. So I don't expect a lot of water in there. Otherwise, of course, you have to drain your system first. Preferably cool, because you don't want to mess with the hot coolant. Yeah, there's a little bit, of course. Yeah, same problem. You see, there's dust. That's a mess. Here as well. Okay. There's one here, of course. There's the same on the intake, where the water goes into the engine block. That's all right. It's mostly on the outside. The inside is fairly okay. Well, in the end, there's not much that I can do about it. You just have to see. The engine will go open anyway, so we'll see. Yeah, some water in there. Just gonna take something to catch it. So it's simple, just remove some hoses. Also a tip, when it's a little bit difficult to remove a hose, you can turn it, of course. Sometimes it just helps to pry with a screwdriver, maybe a smaller one, and get some air in there. Yeah, so you can get it off. But sometimes, like in this case, the clamp is just tight. There you go. Just try and remove it without breaking. It's fairly clean. Okay. I think this is a gasket. It's for in the back. You can see there's one here. And I can see the thermostat in there. Very small one. If you can see it, but I'll take some pictures of it. I'll just renew this. You can open it and replace it. Here's the same. This one you can just remove. Don't matter. Don't want to lose that one. You see so many dust here. Oh, these two clamps. This nipple is a little bit too big actually. Voila. So we're gonna force it again. Most important thing is you don't want to break these connections. It's a new radiator if you do. And I'm gonna try and actually recover the radiator. Just give it a good flush before maybe I'll try and clean it. I have to see. Voila, this is the bridge. Let's see, an extra cable here. This is for the light. And now, yeah. Here we go. This is for the valve, depressurized valve, which opens an exhaust valve when you pull here. I need to remove that one later. I'll try and just get as close as possible to the cooling system and leave everything else in there for the next video, which is not that easy. Sometimes you could just, if you don't film this, you just get everything off. One thing that could be useful now is try to remove the sensor before I remove the radiator. I think it's a 24. Got one. It's in my spare kit on the motorbike because I use this for when I travel on the Triumph. This is for my rear axle nut to set the chain. Yep. Same issue. See all this muck here. It's not really corrosion, a little bit you can see there's a bit rust in there, but I think it's just, I have to look it up what it is. If it's a little bluish, then it's corrosion, yeah? Especially when copper, greenish, but this one is like rust color. The seal is okay, has been renewed. I think the sensor is still good. Get the things I will reuse on the table so I don't wreck it. Alright. Now the next thing is try to remove these plastic protectors, because they are just mounted in two bolts, and then here there is just how you say this in English, excuse me, there is some room to actually slide in a plastic pin that's connected here, and that's it. So if you remove these two, you should be able to get them off, because they need to be out of the way to remove the radiator itself. Just 2 Allens. Here you go. Maybe I'm unlucky. Yep, this bracket needs to go as well. It's actually connected with the cooling system. Let's see. So one bolt here, one bolt here. I can't reach it. I'll try and remove this one. See what happens. Just use one like this. That's good. I'm gonna go to the other side and do the same, and let's see. I actually encounter something else. Here there is a clamp. I don't know if it's normal, but this is not reusable. I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's has no use for me after this. I'm just gonna cut it with a side cutter or something. Here we go. They are not the correct ones. Why? You can see they leave a mark with this. Good cooling hoses, they're actually on the inside. I mean, cooling hose clamps on the inside, they don't have this rip, so they don't cut. You can see they cut into your hose. If you look at Samco hoses, if you sell you a set of these, it won't happen. This is a gem from Germany. I think it's just for I don't know what use they have, but it's not standard. So now I should be able to remove the last one, and the same corrosion. I have to clean this up. Anyway, probably this pump will be renewed as well, so it don't matter. let's just get it out. Just gonna see, at least the top will be able to remove. I don't know if I have to split, probably I have to split the cam cover with the cylinder head to get the pump off, but at least I will be able to get this part out, which I will do. That'll give me a little bit more room to get to the correct bolts. By the way, you should never break the bead of a bolt or crack a bolt open with this, yeah. That's not the idea, it's only for moments like this. Voila. Now I should be able to get it off. It's a gasket, it's no rust. Yeah, but I think this is a bit of rust inside, and that tells you a lot. So we don't want that, yeah. But the veins are okay. That's good. Probably it's driven with a timing chain, yeah. So won't be able to turn it now, but the moment the engine runs, the chain goes, so this one goes as well. It's normal that it has a bit of play. It's just normal. As long as if you can turn it, like that would be a problem. Okay. Try to get to the bolts to get this thing off, yeah, because it's almost loose. But it ain't loose where it should be. Okay. This is the same, but maybe if I force it a bit, nope. There's actually a bolt missing here. This place came loose with the vibrations. Have to replace that one. Okay, this is just have to force it a bit, like spread it. I don't see any other way, and then try. If this is in the way here, it's intervening. Just remove it, because it's already been broken here, not by me, but the former owner. Yeah, because he was a little bit too aggressive. So this bushing has to go. There's more room, and then you can just get it out. I think that's the way to do it. In the bottom, it's more difficult to just take it easy. Yeah, you can see somebody cut this out. Somebody broke this off. It's actually been done with intent. It's what it is. I can replace it, but at least now I can reach this bolt here. So I have some options now. I can use a normal spanner to probably do that, and just an 8mm. Here we go. I hope I can just grab it in a second with my finger. And normally there are two bolts, but like I say, one's been missing. The bottom, it's just not there. Yeah, that's when you buy second hand. Yeah. It's okay. I mean, the guy's done really good work with the carb and all, but there are things that I would do differently. But now's the time to repair it, to get it back into original state if I want to or not. I'll keep the carburetor and the tuning. Here there's an additional bolt, this one. If that one's out, then actually the radiator's loose, so I'll try and get in there, but probably I'll have to remove the fan first. These two small bolts, they are 6 or 7. Yep. 6. So you have to order, if you don't have one, you just have to order especially for that one, because that's not a common size. But here goes the fan. Still works. Should come off now. Please. It's a bit of a pain, this one, huh? Yeah, okay. So there are two. You have to get it like this and then force it out. Here there's a hook here and here, and it's not that easy, but you can feel it. You can feel the motor. "12 volts, 62 amps, puts a lot of power, actually draws a lot of power, but it's fine. Even the connector, just clean it up, reuse it. That's something I will actually remove or swap when it's broken. Yeah? Otherwise you just can swap the whole bike. Yeah? There are limits on, already gonna be a major investment, this one. Easily 3,000 euros. On top of the 3,500, that's a 6,000-7,000 euro bike. Yeah? Still cheaper than the new what is it? 450 or 390, 390. Yeah, it's worth it. Any penny, this one. Now, this one is actually intervening now with the removal. I'm just gonna try one at a time. It has grommets, that's why. Yes. Okay. Just some leaves, but you can see that's all okay. There's some are dent, so I have to be careful. Just, you have a special tool to repair this a bit here as well, but this is good. Has all the grommets in there. Just gonna clean it up a bit with higher pressure. This one as well, it's a bit dent. Clean it up, paint it. You can even choose the color. Just take paint that's good for high temperature, because this thing becomes more than 100 degrees. So here's the same. Just gonna open it a bit so I can do this. Same with this one. Remove it. You're gonna break the plastic if you don't. Same here. It seems like this is standard, because it's really nicely cut. You even have a part number here, 580 35 134 000. It says right side, left side. It's great. 2 bolts. This one is already out, and that's it. Sorry about the racing driver, but I totally understand him. Don't get me wrong, don't do this when there are kids around and, you know, people on bicycles and stuff like that, but slow culture nowadays. I don't think it's very good for the social interaction, and also of course for the general collective, because I mean, we're just creating driving fast. Also you need reflexes, confidence. It's just good. It's just good. It makes you like more efficient human being if you're able to ride fast. But yeah, I'm open for discussion, but for me that's what I believe. At least it counts for me. But I'm a former martial artist and soldier and stuff like that, so I'm actually well trained to do this. This is the bracket. Looks pretty good, but you can see damage here. I will have to repaint this. And that's it. This one is actually has a big dent. Yeah. I don't know if I will be able to repair this. I have to check if it isn't already repaired. This got a major rock in there. It wasn't leaking. I have to film this with the phone, because the GoPro, it's great stuff, but after 45 minutes the battery's dead, and I have to buy a couple of more because you're not coming a long way. Anyway, here, yeah, I have to repair this. Try, if not, I have to swap this part of the radiator. That was a big one. But yeah, it's always like a compromise between protection and filtering. Yeah, if you get like a major protector over this, then the problem is that you will block the airflow and your engine will run hotter. And if you don't protect it, then you can get holes into your system. Alright, finally, this is the overview. Fairly easy job. Placed everything on the table. I will get everything into a box, make notes later. This one is broken here, you can see. This one is factory. Some damage on this one. That's the fair assessment. The hoses are toast. The clamps are not for a cooling system. Thermostat will be replaced. The housing looks fairly good. I will reuse it. The fan will be reused, cleaned up. Water pump will be renewed. The bracket will be painted. These, if I can find them, these dampers for the tank, yep, I will do that. And otherwise, yeah, I have to reuse them. Sensor will be fine. And here, yeah, you can see. That's what it is. 20-year-old bike. Yeah, gasket still fine. Unbelievable. Voila, one more step. I know these videos are not the most interesting, but I do it anyway, so it's for somebody who doesn't know anything about this, should be able to at least do it. If you want more information about the components, you can look it up. Sometimes I also make still mistakes, and also still learning, and that's all. And that for me, it's what it's all about. I'm not a motorcycle technician, or mechanic, but I can do these things, and I'm only getting better step by step. So thanks for your patience. Thanks for sticking around. See you in the next one. We'll see what it is, but try and think maybe the cable. That would be great. getting the cables out, but I think looking at it will only be possible if just before the engine, so maybe brake system or drivetrain. All right, see you guys and take care. Bye.